true.
All right. You know what? Don't kill me. Walter and Phil, you know the deal.
Yeah, on the block with some dope in my cane. So I actually do kind of want to start off with that DaBaby shit, cause
Dude,
that's
DaBaby
confusing
is so
to me.
fire. That's why I wore my LA hat today, just like
Nice.
the cover of Baby on Baby.
Nice.
I just smile like this way.
So there's DaBaby
Right.
and there's Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Okay, so that confused me for like a good 5 minutes at first.
So like DaBaby is out of Charlotte, and like he was
Okay.
doing his thing in Charlotte long before, you know, what he's receiving right now.
Okay, that makes sense why he kept his
And
name.
he was Baby Jesus.
Oh, okay.
That's what they called him, and so he changed his name to DaBaby.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
Flows off the
on a
tongue a little
religious front.
easier.
That, and then you're not gonna piss off like the Christians. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. If he was gonna really pop shit, like he needed to change his name up. No one's blowing up as Baby Jesus.
I mean, Jesus Honcho. That kind of, but that barely counts. He had like one song.
Really?
I think it was, what song was it? I have it. I literally just saw his name too.
Jesus Honcho?
Jesus Honcho, yeah.
I've never heard of Jesus Honcho.
He has this song. It's literally the song I was just listening to too. Oh, I almost lost my phone. I wonder how it sounds on the mic. It might actually sound pretty good. This was like popular, like I want to say like it peaked like 4 months ago, maybe a little more.
Okay.
But it was like one of those like, you know, like the kind of like the SoundCloud rappers, but that like kind of tries to like fly under the radar and then kind of come up. This was like his come up, and then from here I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay.
But yeah, this is Jesus.
Well, like,
Jesus Honcho.
What they do sometimes is like, they're like, okay, like I've built like this following,
Right.
and like, all right, let me just go away for a minute and like see if I can sustain, if it sustains.
That or they
Like
just start
people keep playing
ghostwriting.
my song,
That too.
dude. Well, yeah, that's where the money is. In
That's
song
what I would do
creation.
if I wasn't like a white nerdy looking dude. Like
Uh-huh.
that, I could actually get away with being like, yeah, I'll write some like shit. I would definitely fucking write behind the scenes because at
Dude,
that point
you
you
could
get
do
paid.
it.
You have multiple outlets. You have like, you know, if you're unsigned, if you're just doing this for like the creative process or whatever you want to call it, and you're like going to people, you're not being like hired through record labels. You make a lot of money, dude. That's almost as good as being a producer.
That's what
Producer
I'm
is
saying.
like gold right now. If you're a good producer and you could just get your shit out there, that's what I wanted to do, dude.
I remember there was this video of on Drake's page of like PNB Rock,
yeah,
like flexing all this money, and like Drake was paying him for like these reference tracks, like these 4 reference tracks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, what the fuck?
That would probably ended up on his album,
Probably.
but
Well, that's what happened with the Quentin Miller thing. His reference tracks got out, and then they started like people started coming to the realization like a lot of these motherfuckers like they don't write their shit, and if they do,
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
an influence from someone else, and they write like 3 bars and that's it.
exactly. They just like, there's a thing about being an artist, like you're the face of almost like an organization, depending on how big you get.
That's true.
So like, you're just representing the gang, you know.
Yeah.
So like, there could be a bunch of people behind them, like writing their shit.
Yeah,
Like a lot of these artists.
Well, that's like Uzi and fucking who are the 2 people that are like? I think it's DJ Drama
yeah,
and
Don
Cannon.
Cannon. Yeah,
They're, like,
I have
literally
that on here. I
suppressing
wanna
him.
talk about that shit too,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I don't know, cause they're tweeting stuff now. Like Uzi could drop his album whenever he wants.
Ah, so it could be
Uzi
just like
could
a
drop
ploy.
new music whenever he wants to.
But then they could be saying that just so they don't get that backlash of like, you know, like fuck you, blah blah.
But I
Because
mean,
like as a manager,
they've been having it.
true.
The
No,
backlash.
no, but as a manager, like or whatever they want to call themselves, like you should have your artist. I mean, I don't know like exact shit, but like you should at least have your artist happy. You know what I mean? And it seems like at the very least he's unhappy. So to me, I'm like. Maybe Uzi
Something's
like forcing
wrong.
the situation onto like the public, and there's
Yeah.
like something that they're trying to work out, and he's like, "Nah, fuck this. I'm gonna let everyone know."
You know, like he couldn't get it done in the boardroom, so he took it to the internet.
Exactly. Which is why they're pissed off now, and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna be like that. We'll keep all your music from fucking ever being released, unless you're gonna fucking listen to what we say."
Right,
That
and
seems about right.
they own all his music. I heard he has one of the worst deals.
That's what they were saying about his like whole thing where he posted like, "Oh, I deleted all my music. I just want to go back to 2013."
Mm-hmm.
That was before he was even fucking with them. I mean,
Yeah.
he was, but like not at the level now where he's like he can't make a move unless they say something, or at the very least like
Approve of it.
approve of it, or approve of it. There's another word I'm looking for, but my brain's not working right now.
Also, they have this artist named Jack Harlow.
Okay.
Fire. He's really good. Like his last album, like his music just really reminds me of like before Logic like got his big deal, bro. Like
I know exactly what you mean.
Like Young Sinatra, Undeniable. Like he's just spitting fire, and it's very intriguing, and I'm really curious where he takes it. But right now he's killing the game, and he's blowing up, and he's signed to Generation now also.
Okay.
And like I think they're really focused on Jack Harlow right now because he's just not one of these like wave rappers, you know?
Yeah,
like
I know exactly what you mean.
He's gonna be around for a long time.
That's good though, because that means that there's gonna be more like fucking chances and more like actual like not OGs but like people that have put their like stripes in and shit, and they're like actually still in the game and kind of more like I don't want to say like Mac Miller R.I.P. but kind of how Mac Miller was, where like he put a lot of people on, and he was like still making music. He wasn't like a one-hit wonder. He didn't just make his money and go. He kind of like stayed within the music community, tried to influence people and help.
Right, and he was like really good at like
shit.
He was really good at producing and shit.
Fuck
so he
yeah,
would help.
dude.
He would help everybody out.
I remember one of the last things he posted before he passed away was like a live thing, and it was like literally him making a song on his own in his fucking like personal studio that was just like this kind of like a living room with like a bunch of shit in it. And dude, it sounded like he had just like got a full band together and was like, already 1, 2, but he did all the steps where he's like, okay, the bass, okay, the piano, and it's just like, dude, this guy was so brilliant. Like it makes you wonder about like,
and he played the instruments.
He played everything, dude.
He just recorded it, live instrumentation.
It's literally just him. Like it's probably about 15-16 minutes, but it's him like just sets his camera up, not even like trying to front for like the camera and be like, oh, like he may say like a couple things, but it's just him. You see like the raw like the production of it, like him like, okay, lay down the bass track, lay down this, lay down that, and then like the actual beat itself is so basic until you hear everything else on it, dude. It's like, fuck, that's to me kind of how like I can relate to music, when you're like at a point where you're like, like, you know, it kind of sounds generic, but the actual like instruments, melody, the knowledge of music, putting that onto just a basic beat makes it sound like a fucking masterpiece.
Dude,
I love that.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, there was something about the old music that, like, the equipment that they used, like, a lot of the sounds that they used were similar. They were the same because there was only a number of beat packs, you know?
Yeah.
But like, it was reverb, like more edgy, like,
Yeah.
There was like a rattliness to it that like it sounded so raw. And nowadays, like everything is done on the computer, and sometimes it sounds too perfect. Like
that's why
it needs to be like
that's what
a little muddied.
Yeah, that's what they were saying about.
And the live instrumentation is like one of the best ways to do that.
Oh, definitely, and also
get that
like
raw.
Yeah, and like the idea of like you could pretty much just like plug your. Even if you don't want to have it sound super crisp, you could literally just plug your guitar in and like play like a guitar riff and make it sound like fucking like anything. You know what I mean?
Make it sound cool.
Yeah, so you can go to the other end of the spectrum if you don't want to be like that. That's kind of where I do like the like SoundCloud and like some of the new wave shit and some of that random shit. But when it's someone just like the essence of it, dude, like you were saying, like there's like reverbs that you can't replicate with like a computer. You could.
Just there's like these like pops and like snaps that like
plate reverb is literally just a plate
instrument.
It's literally just a plate in a box that makes an echo sound. That was like probably one of the best inventions that they made until obviously now they have reverb that you could just manipulate on the computer and blah blah blah. But it was one of those things where they were like, oh, now we don't really have to like go into like a giant fucking area to have that like reverb and that echo. Like we could literally just like have a mic pointed at this, kind of be like, yo, and then it makes the sound. You know what I mean? That's why now it's like you see the people on the computers and it's like, okay, there's that very, like I was saying, like there's that very crisp, like almost sexy sound of just like all these different things coming together to sound great, and then there's the raw instruments on the other side where you're like, nothing's gonna be that.
Yeah,
nothing's gonna replace it.
It's just like, dude, right? When like someone can just play real good.
Yeah, dude, it's just like, one of those things where you're like, okay, you now you could just fucking a girl here, like literally. That's to me what I loved about music too, is that like you could just be naturally good, just be fucking around, be like, you know, whatever, jam on the guitar, or maybe just like at a piano bar or something, bro, and just be like, and then just, oh, no, there's like 3 chicks looking at me, because like, you know, I have something that all these motherfuckers don't have, that, and it's like the creativity, dude, like, it's one of those things, even when
it's like free form,
yeah, dude, it's like, even in like, its basic form, like, if you're trying to tell someone, like, oh, and I do this, and I do that,
it could be
nothing
anything.
Compares to being there at an instrument, being like, you know, like, hitting the keys, or like, hitting the guitar, and then just that, I don't know, that natural attraction sometimes people build for you. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild, bro. And, like, people, like we're talking about, how, like, sound super robotic. Mm-hmm. There's, like, programs now that, like, try to make it sound, like, different. Like, a lot of producers will, like, find the sound that they like. Mm-hmm. And, like, they'll play, like, you know, the rhythm that they want.
Right.
And then they'll, like, put it through what's called gross beat.
Okay.
And it, like, changes it up a little bit. You know, it gives it, like, more of, like, a muddied feel.
I get what you're saying. It's like the, kind of like a pre-programmed leveler. Like, it kind of levels everything off and makes everything sound some type of way.
Like, yeah, there's, like, so many different, you know, applications, like, on Ableton or Logic or fucking Fruity Loops that, like, you can use just to make it sound different, you know? Like, that's why all the beats are pretty unique. Mm. They could be,
and then you get packs sometimes too.
Yeah, well
packs.
Yeah,
those are the ones that always confuse me.
Packs, it's because producers are sitting at their fucking computers all day, bro, cooking,
and they know they can make money off that shit.
Yeah,
if they like sell like a pack after they put out like 4 or 5 different.
But if it's
like,
an artist
samples,
you look up to, like I was just seeing this interview with Tay Keith, and he said that like Drake was like, bro, you know, like send me a pack. And, like, he was like, oh, shit, you know? So, like, if Drake hits you up and he's like, bro, I need a beat pack.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You gotta just send him your best shit.
And hope that he doesn't fuck you over.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the weird part.
No,
like,
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you're right.
But, like, it's only, like, with certain artists.
He picked, like, the Look Alive beat. He was like, oh, this the one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
See, but here's the thing. Like, with Drake, not that he's, like a culture vulture, but he has these, like, moments where he really does like to, like, latch on to people. Mm-hmm. And it's whether or not the artist is strong enough.
It's a part of the staying power, bro.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's not his fault. It's more like he knows the formula and he knows what to do. Mm-hmm. But partially, like...
I think he learned that from Kanye.
That or Wayne. Because Wayne was kind of like that until he just said, fuck it, I don't care anymore. After the Carter 5...
But Wayne is just, like... When Wayne is on the track, bro... Like, I used to not think Wayne was that great of a rapper. Oh, like, in 2008 and shit. Until we got this whole new generation of guys. And now I'm like, Wayne is Jesus, bro. Yeah,
he is the fucking... He started sipping lean publicly. He was the first to literally, like, be smoking weed. He was the first to have some type of swag to, like... You know what I mean? Where now you see everyone smoking. Everyone flexing with a cup. Everyone having some type of, like, grill or jewelry. Mm-hmm. Dreads.
They're all Lil Waynes, bro.
Dreads.
They're all Lil Waynes.
Exactly. He's their dad, pretty much.
Like, in that new song by Lil Pump, featuring Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah?
He's like, everybody want to dress like Tune. They want to be like, throw up the be like Tune. Yep. You know, it's like, damn,
that was
bro.
another thing, too. Like, the
I was like,
thing
dude.
came real full circle with him. And
seriously, bro. And now, like, I see it. Like, you know, Young Thug might not have, like, that one song or that one project, but he has like such a prolific body of work that like everybody from Atlanta, every young man from Atlanta wants to be Young Thug, bro.
And that almost stems from Wayne too. If you look at
like, remember when
how he came up with
you
like,
remember
Rich
when Young Thug came up? It was like he did everything in spite of Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
because,
the barter, like
the barter
literally,
six, like because. Yes, dude, because Birdman was like, the Barter 6, like, the Carter 6 gonna come out before the Carter 5, dude. Yep. And then, boom, like, he just played on that virality.
And the funnier part is, he didn't even get, like, hate from Wayne, because I've always noticed kind of Wayne, like, was always in his own lane. But the funnier part, he got more acknowledgement from the fact that Wayne didn't put out. Well, he didn't. It wasn't his fault, but Wayne
Yeah.
didn't get to put out shit. That was like the staple for a while. Like the Barter 6. Like that was like, oh well, we didn't get the Carter. At least we got this shit. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's
he filled a niche that no one knew about. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, we're waiting for the Carter 5. Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna kind of fucking throw shade, but at the same time, I'm gonna take the whole fucking area that's waiting for that and put them on my shit.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
Brilliant.
Excuse me.
Like, I think a lot of people think Dirty Sprite 2, like, started this whole trap wave.
Ooh.
I think it was the Barter 6, bro.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Also, because you have...
I mean, it was a combination of the both of them, and it was like and it became mainstream, and like, it was just on, it was on and popping after that. But like, the only thing I hate is that it's the, in hip-hop right now, it's the lowest level of entry, like, that it's ever been before.
How so?
It's like so easy to just like dye your hair and like have a catchy song, whether it's like one of those melodic songs, like you're trying to be like a Juice WRLD. Oh yeah,
Jumex is like my fucking like.
I haven't heard a single track by the kid, and I've seen him and I saw his name and I know what Jumex is. Jumex is good.
That'll
it's
show
good stuff, but like that kid is like, I don't know.
That'll show you though that all you need is. Like, cause the fucking video was produced by fucking
It's so easy to just bite a melody and just like put your own spin on it.
But the video was produced.
Become a rapper nowadays. It's crazy.
That too, but the video was produced by Taco from Odd Future.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things too where it's like
he might be cool. I'm judging the kid and I haven't even heard a song. But.
I just don't like him because it's like one of those things where it's like you said it perfectly. You hadn't heard anything from him, but yeah, one of his first, if not his first, like music video produced by Taco, like. Has great production quality. The actual fucking video and the actual set looked like a legit set, and it just looked like he was walking down the street and he had a cameraman.
Yeah. And
to be honest, like to be put on, I don't even want to say put on, but to be put in the like in the area or whatever you want to call it of No Jumper, dude. Like to have Adam 22 like say anything about you or just to like mention you, like your clout instantly goes up. Like you instantly are at the point.
I think because
bad or good, I guess.
Adam is signed, bro, by Atlantic. He's like an artist.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think it might be a partnership with Atlantic, but
it's like he's an entertainer. You know?
Okay, look, I don't blame him for anything, bro. He has to get to the bag. Like of course, he's worked his whole shit. And
no,
like,
we're talking about him too.
He's a celebrity. He's dope too. I fuck with him heavy.
Yeah,
but. It's just weird how, like, I think the label tells him certain artists to put on, you know, like, there's, like, some industry plants going on.
That's what they call Jumex, like, from the beginning.
There's some real industry planning going on, bro.
But I don't put it past him because if that's what they're trying to do, that's literally just a business, like, a business, I don't want to say model.
It's because, like...
It's a business aspect.
The kids are starting to trust these media outlets so much that they'll just listen to whatever they put them onto.
True. Especially if it's like catchy and it has something that's like similar to something that came
Build
before.
your own following. Earn your spot, bro. Earn your spot onto these shows. Like just you know,
that's how
that's all I care. I don't care who you put on. I just want to know that person earned their spot.
True.
Like
you have to wonder about how many people, like, I don't want to say anyone in specific, but you have to wonder how many people are just, like, mediocre artists. I don't want to say mediocre. They're just, like, they're just able to put music out because of their friends with
like,
Trippy
let Lil Jumex, like, put some songs out and, like, let them get to, like, you know, a couple 100,000 views, a million views, like, he's already working with these people, you know?
And you could already assume that the people that are behind him are going to push him and have the connections to put him
like you used to work and then get the deal. I feel like the deals are happening first now.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Deal first. And then it's like they help you make your moves and shit.
And then you got the actual, not even the people that are getting deals from, like, music. You got people that are getting deals from being, like, viral sensations. Bro.
Exactly.
Where you're just like, well, that I guess that took work, so I could respect that. Excuse me, but I paint a horrible picture for like
Roy Purdy. I like Roy Purdy. he's super positive and his come up was super positive. He never tried to like prank nobody or like do some dumb shit. Really. He just dances like, and boom, he's just himself, you know. But there's some of them that I see like trying to blow up, like doing weird shit, and I'm just like, no.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a lot of Instagram dudes like that.
I hope this is not what this turns into.
You know what's funny? I like, not that I blame Boot Gang, but like I seen so much stuff like that ever since Boot Gang, and like you can tell even he like resents it or doesn't like it anymore. He doesn't even want to like be called Boonk anymore. Like he fucking like fucked up like on purpose, it seemed like, and fucking just got his shit deleted. Like and then
oh you have all the people. Definitely did that on purpose, bro. He knows the rules of IG.
Yeah, and then after everything, you have all these other people that are trying to come up in the same way, right? Like, you got someone that's going to do something stupid at a store, or now you got the weed dudes who are like, oh, I'm going to hit a bong with, like, Cheerios and like, and, like, champagne, and then, yeah, you know, and it's just like, that's cool, dude, but, like, exactly what you said, like, I see you're trying, and I see you're trying way too hard. Like, where are your talents, and maybe if you showed some of your talents and made it, like, a point to be like, look, I'm talented in this way. I don't just fucking light my fucking pubes on fire and then take a bong rip. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you're just doing something I could do. I just choose not to because I have self-respect.
I'm not stupid. That's why I don't do that.
Yeah. And I actually want to go
out.
I'm
so hungry for fame that I need to light my pubes on fire on the internet.
Exactly. And then I go out and then some guy, hey, you're a fucking fire crotch. And I'm like, yeah, that's me, bro. That's me. That's who I've become on Instagram. Like,
bro, and then you don't realize that these people online, they see this shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to have to see them in person, and they're just going to, like, you're never going to live that. But once you light your pubes on fire online, there's no going back.
There's no going back.
You're the guy that lit his pubes on fire online.
And now there's
just think about these things before you...
Yeah, I was going to say, and there's like a subculture of people now that are like, how can I light my pubes on fire in a different way? Yeah. Come up? Like,
dude, you notice that like, a lot of them are from the Midwest, bro. Like, there's not much going on.
Nothing, dude. That's because they're probably doing shit like we are. They're like, fuck, nothing's getting popular. Let's see if I can just eat this mic and get, like, famous, you know? Because you're right, there's nothing to do over there.
Like us, bro? Shit. Like, you know, like, we want to do this show so bad and we want it to succeed.
Yeah.
But, like, there's so much shit that goes on here in LA. It's, like, even hard for us to, like, meet up and do the shit. Because, fuck, it's just popping out here, bro. Like,
dude, and there's stuff going on literally, like, probably across the street, my other neighbors, or behind me. Over there, it's probably, like, you gotta drive, like... a couple minutes, if like maybe not 5 minutes, just to find your neighbor. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit.
Dude, remember I was here last time, and I was like playing with that knife, and I was like, oh, I'm Pokey McStavis.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the Asian people were like, what's Pokey McStavis? Oh, we were dying, bro. I was like, shit, they heard us. They're talking about us.
You know what's even weird? Probably in their minds too, they're probably like, I have no idea what they
do. They must be smoking the butts.
They know I do, because half my time my window is open, and it just like
just fucking reeking.
It shoots to their fucking side.
It's like a chimney, bro. You're like, when you're in there, it's blazing it.
Hey,
like,
but on some like other weird shit,
they must think of fires going on. God,
dude, they're actually, I don't know, they used to, not anymore, but they're actually super like ballsy. Like, they would leave their fucking garage open. Like, open.
Through the night?
For 24 hours.
Does it point to the street?
Yeah. It's literally just, like, right here. If you go around the corner, and I'm not trying to sound like this is hypothetical. I'm not trying to say I'm, like, a fucking, like, I'm gonna flu flame someone or go in and fuck their shit up. But, bro, it's literally on the side street where you could just pull up. If you had, like, 3 or 4 boys, you run in there, take as much shit in like 2 minutes, and then get back and run off.
Run.
But they were ballsy, bro. They just left their shit open, and now they don't. So I'm like, maybe something happened.
Dude, of course something happened.
But here's the thing.
This is Montebello.
No, you want to hear the funniest part? Up there, like up the street, got broken into. Then another one got broken into. Then, like, somewhere over there. Dude, this whole time this motherfucker had his fucking his garage open and never had anything happen. And then I'm sure something...
gave a rat's ass about his shit.
And then I'm sure someone, like, the whole time that they were staking out up there, whoever was fucking stealing shit, finally came back here and was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, this
wide open?
Yeah. And then he's like, dude, I had to scale a wall, and I had to pick a lock, and
I had to fucking put on a uniform to stake out the place.
Yeah, I had to pretend I was there to clean the window.
Right? That's why anytime there's like someone that's like checking the meter, like doing like they're trying to do some shit, I'm always like,
oh, dude, I dog people that sit outside of my house in their car and shit.
oh yeah, dude, all the time because of the school right here, dude. And they do it, and I'm like, okay, you're an old lady, or like, okay, you're like, you know, like a fucking 20-year-old mom.
Sometimes you could tell that they're just like someone like on their break from work, just like chilling.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's like, bro, you come around here too much, bro.
Or like dudes on bikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that always sketches me out because I'm always like, bro, I seen you on your bike and you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's obvious that, or it's obvious that
you're... Oh, you were telling me about that when we were building the table.
Yeah. There's that guy that always comes around here. And then there's another dude who, like, he doesn't really fuck with anything. He's just, like, super out of place. Like, he bought a house probably somewhere and just, like, you know, walks around. Like, my stupid ass, as soon as I saw him the first time, I'm like, this dude looks sketchy. But, like, I see him all the time now, and I'm like, okay, even this dude is, like, walking to Balcomb's. He's walking to, like, the liquor store. Okay, he's walking to, like, the park. The fucking guy on the... Yeah, the guy on the bike, dude, he's literally always, like... He's
got no destination.
No destination, always tweaking, and he's always, like... side-eyeing, you know, like when you're like when you could literally just be like, dude, I'm gonna look at you, but instead
that's
he's like,
that's why we talked about him, because he looked at me crazy and I was like, what? I looked right back, I'm all crazy, and he was just like, whatever, like he just kept riding his bike. I was like, what the hell?
And I've told that guy before too when I've seen him up here, because that's where they got, all the houses got broken into. I literally screamed at him like, don't do it, because he like, I saw him like looking, and then he pretended to like kneel down and like get an orange. Like I was like, bro, I know you're just like not stopping in the middle of the sidewalk to eat an orange. We're like, what the fuck?
You fool.
And then ever since that day, actually no, ever since the day we saw him outside, I never saw him again. But then it's like, I'm not always here, so...
He probably got fucking put up, bro, by the police.
What the fuck? How did I go that far? I don't know how I fucking got to that. That always ends up happening.
What we were talking about.
I don't know. I'm opening this door though because it's fucking hot.
It's hot as a bitch in here. Shit. I know y'all see us like fucking fanning ourselves. It's not.
Dude, my fucking tits are
really
sweating.
Hot. This dude's titties are sweating, bro. Tit sweat. Yeah, the under boob. That's... Oh yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, pretty freaking cool. DaBaby.
Oh yeah,
started with us talking about DaBaby.
I mean, we kind of did. We kind of like clarified and stuff.
Yeah, but dude, what is this? This thing bugs me. Like I thought it was like a little dead worm for the longest time. It was there last time too.
Yeah, no one ever comes back here, to be honest.
Shit. Back on topic. Coachella's coming up.
Yeah, I don't even know what artists are playing or anything. I kind of fell off from that.
I know that Tame Impala is the headliner.
Damn.
I'm not even sure what kind of music they make. I know they inspire Travis Scott a great deal.
I was gonna say, it sounds like some super like borderline like 80s sounding like new
like
wave
synthwave,
shit.
synthwave, like synth pop and shit.
Like kind of like how like a lot of Blackbear's music was, but without the actual Black Bear singing. Or the other
Black
dude.
Bear.
Dude, at first I fucking...
Have you seen that icy ass chain with like the icy guy, like the icy polar bear on it? I think it's Black Bear's chain.
Oh,
like one of the coolest chains.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, I think I'm thinking of T Grizzly's one. Never mind.
Bro, T Grizzly.
He has another one like that too.
Ice on him, bro.
Dude, I was watching Netflix, and there's a movie on there called The After Party, and it's a World Star Hip Hop movie, and there's so many rappers in it, and T Grizzly's just in it, dude, and his scene was him just talking to a white bitch, and she's like, me and T Grizzly are talking about how we both have struggled a lot growing up. I've struggled with my eating disorder, and he struggled with losing his homies to the streets. Like, and he's all, yeah, word. You tell he's just trying to fuck this chick, and it's like,
my god.
They probably told him like, hey, you want me in the movie? He's all, I guess
so.
I just want to stand here and talk to this white bitch. Like, okay, that's fine.
That sounds great. That's exactly what we want you to do. We're gonna film it,
dude. I would be like, so you're gonna pay me $10,000 for the day to just talk to this bitch that I'm probably gonna end up fucking anyways?
Dude, it's so hard. It's so hard to get rappers to do something, to like put their effort towards something that's not rapping,
especially if they're like,
once
big.
Well, once they're big, like it's not. I don't even blame them for getting a big head. Like,
I don't either. Because that's how they get respect. And that's how they get. You gotta
know that your time is money. You know.
Oh, always, especially with artists making.
But like some of them come out and they do interviews and they're just like, Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Fucking, my favorite person to ever do the fucking,
Dude, I remember
Nardwuar?
when Rich the Kid did No Jumper. He was just like, no freezer! I
Oh,
told the 23rd like the whole
fucked up.
time.
He was so fucked up, but
Dude,
it was
you
good.
know he's on the pills all the time. 'Cause he's like, bites down, bro. He talks like this.
And he fucking crashes every car he's ever had, it seems like. I feel like he's always like, okay, I got a new car, and then like 2 months later, you'll see him with like a cast.
Yeah, he
like,
always has a cast.
You're like, can you not crash one of those cars? Because I would definitely be like a lot more careful. But it is like you just said, it's Rich the Kid, and he's off them drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And he has that persona almost. He needs to continue to like. I mean,
No, bro, that's the whole thing. Is maintaining your persona is like, it's a tiring process, bro.
especially if you're like Uzi and you're like, well, fuck, I'm fucked already. I don't really have any sort of music to go by.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, now that I think about it,
deleted all my shit.
didn't Uzi go after Rich the Kid?
Oh, yeah.
And he ran from him? Oh my god, why the fuck do I see these are the things that like get swept under the radar?
This is the thing that people don't understand. Uzi and Rich the Kid are never gonna fight. It's gonna be Uzi's goons versus Rich the Kid's goons.
That's true.
And like,
that's true.
Rich the Kid was just in Philadelphia goonless, you know?
Dude, that's crazy to me though. Like, how are you gonna be like, okay, this is where the dude's from that I like, kind of like have been talking? Because around that time they were talking shit.
I don't think Rich the Kid even thought about it like that.
He didn't. Not at all. He was probably like, oh, I'm gonna go get a smoothie, and then like, oh shit,
here he is. He hopped out the car and he's talking wild. He's short, but fuck, I'm kind of scared. I'm not really a fighter.
Dude, I can tell Uzi.
They both aren't. They're not fighters, bro. Wait, I think Uzi might be able to throw hands.
I think Uzi is more about it, and Uzi would be more down to pull the trigger.
Remember, there's that video of Uzi like trying to like get past, and like I think it was like in 2015, like when him and Reese LaFleur weren't cool. And I think he saw him somewhere and like Uzi wanted to fight.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking of now that you said that? I'm thinking of the Playboy Cardi when Playboy Cardi fought what was it, Ass Pizza and that other guy. Yeah, that was one of my favorite videos for so long.
Beat someone up for Ian Connor, right?
Yeah, and then they're like in a I think they're in Ass Pizza's like apartment or something, and they're like fighting, and Ass Pizza's like, hey, and Cardi just starts boom, 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 and you're just sitting there like that's like that's like an on-site type dude. Because like with me, sometimes I can get like that. I have to be really upset, bro. Like,
dude, I
have to have my buttons pushed.
For you to just naturally be like that, that's hard. I'm just not that kind of guy, bro. I don't want to fight nobody.
I never do either, but it's like if I'm pressed enough, I'm not gonna
I'm not gonna back down.
No, and I'm not gonna be like timid about it. No, never. I'll definitely if I'm being loud and like kind of if I'm drunk and I'm being loud, I'll definitely heckle some people. Like I'll definitely be like I'll definitely be like
Right, how you said at the comedy club when you like snuck in the liquor.
Yeah, kind of like that. But more like at
Didn't you say you were like the security was like dragging your ass out?
No, so what happened was he was gonna take me out. I was like already feeling like the vibes, like he was behind me. Yeah, and me and my uncle are yelling. My uncle's like kind of like does not look like me at all. Like he like has a whole different persona. Like if anything, he probably looks like a
cholo?
Like an older looking cholo, but he's actually a really nice dude with a good job. So I can't say he is, but he kind of has that vibe. So me and him are screaming at these two
these cholos before. This cholo's a great job, bro.
Dude, and to be quite honest, there's Asian cholos in Japan. I didn't even know that, and then I saw a Vice thing about it. There's like a whole subculture of fucking like cholos and shit, and they're just like a bunch of Japanese cholos. There's a bunch of Japanese dude. I'm gonna put a picture here.
I need to like
right here.
We're gonna like link the Asian cholo video because I'm gonna have to watch
so funny
that
we
shit too.
Can do that. I'm just gonna like do it again, just be like, and okay,
yeah, right,
and then again.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be so weird. But yeah, dude, like,
Asian
anyways,
cholos.
Going back to what I was saying,
I've ever heard in my life.
From Asian cholos back to my random, I think it was because my uncle was gassing me up. He was like, yeah, because we were both screaming, and then they started screaming.
And like people have your back, you're just like, yeah, you're killing it. Like, and I know the feeling.
Part of it too was like it was like the comedy that they were doing was in a wrestling rink, so it was like comedy. And then it'd be like luchadores, then comedy, then luchadores. So like
dude, that's so tight. We gotta go.
The next fundraiser, I'm definitely inviting you because he always is like, oh yeah, invite friends, blah blah blah. Anyways, my point. So I was a little hyped from the luchadores part. Still,
you were like, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
and my uncle's
luchadores
like
go
too,
hard,
right?
bro. They go hard.
So,
it's not like WWE, bro.
No, they were
Fuck
flying
that
out of the
shit.
ring and shit, bro. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, I came to see a comedy show. There's people flying out of the fucking ring, and there's
Dude, the
a
best
stage at the
wrestling
ring.
match I've ever seen was outside at Frank and Sons.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a place where you go and
I know
like
what you're talking
trade
about.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, best wrestling match I've ever fucking seen.
Was it like a backyard wrestling type of thing?
No, there was a ring and like an
wow.
announcer, and they tried
cool.
to make it real legit, and like they sold like a bunch of WWE memorabilia off to the side and shit,
Nice.
and it was so dope. Like the guys went so hard. Like there were these twins,
Okay.
like a set of twins. You know, because when you do like a wrestling, when you're a wrestler, like everyone has to have their shtick.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to have like your own shtick.
Oh yeah, you have to be like have a persona. You gotta act
Uh-huh.
some type of way. Yeah.
Right, like the Undertaker, like had his little shtick.
Bro.
There was like this guy called the Boogeyman. I remember, like he was on top for a while, and he would like eat worms and like he ate this cancer like off this lady's face one time.
That's gross as fuck.
yeah.
But you reminded me.
This cancerous like tumor off her face.
That's gross.
It was
as fuck.
awesome. Link.
Well, now nothing. And nothing I say is gonna top that. What I was gonna say was that my fucking girl, her fucking her job, she has to deal with like people that like it's like a gastroenterologist, so it's like stomach and kind of like. Dude,
I had to go see one of those, bro.
Yeah, they tell you not to eat, right? So
Yeah.
they'll be like, okay, you don't eat for 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. Well, she told this one lady, don't eat for 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
Well, she's a professional wrestler, this lady. And part of her shtick is she comes out with a pineapple and she slams it on her fucking head and then eats it. So this bitch, not thinking like, oh, I'm not supposed to eat tomorrow, fucking eats a shitload of pineapple. And my fucking chick's like looking at the x-ray, right? Because she's like the tech, like she's like the helper of the doctor. And she's like, what the fuck? She's like, did you eat pineapple?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh fuck! Like
Yeah.
in the moment, I'm sure like you said about the persona
She was
thing.
like, well, I didn't eat any food.
Yeah.
I just did my stick. I smashed the pineapple and ate
She was
it.
like, oh, I do this for a fucking living. It's my job. And then after the fact, she was like, wow, I'm not hungry. Like, and then
Dude.
shows up like, oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to fucking
I-
slam a pineapple and eat it on.
Yeah, bro. We're going to have to
Tuesday.
go down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos after this because I need to see that too.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I need to see the Chinese cholos.
Dude, that one's fucking
But-
funny because
Damn, she just... Good. She just smashes the pineapple on her head.
that's her
She
thing.
eats it. That's fucking dope.
yeah, and even I was like, wow, well, you know, she might need to invest in a new shtick there because she's gonna be ending up going to a neurologist after
Yeah,
she does that.
after she goes to the gastroenterologist, she's gonna have to go to the neurologist.
You're gonna be like, yeah, you're good with your stomach, but you realize that you came in here naked, right? Like, oh, sorry. No, didn't realize.
Khloe Kardashian, every time she finds a dude,
Kardashian.
he's either a crackhead.
No, they
Or
fucking
he's-
they kill their souls. They slowly
Bro,
drain them. They
that's
put
what
their
I
claws
think
into them,
also.
and they're
Wait.
and they just like
retract my statement. I think that the Kardashians make people crazy, bro.
dude, literally. And I'm not trying to sound like a dick because this is the truth. Every single male that has come into that family's life. Think about one male
Even
that
the
hasn't
family,
come out.
even Rob.
Dude, Rob is a fucking boulder. They just roll down the street and like
Dude.
he's poor as fuck.
Dude, Rob, like, he must, like, just sit in his house and hide, bro.
Well,
he doesn't want this shit. Like,
that
what
happened-
they've made and shit, like, he does not want any part in it.
Well, but that whole thing happened with him getting fan stuff after he broke up with that cheater girl bitch, right? And then he got like super depressed, like that was my love and blah blah blah.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, bro, you're a fucking Kardashian. You fucking lose the weight, you fuck one of your fucking sister's friends, and you fucking go on with your life. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
then,
Jesus.
and then you're famous, and then, like, E will cover you, like, and you'll make
Something.
money, bro. Like, why do you gotta be a recluse, like a weird-ass weirdo?
Look, I'm gonna say it like this. This is all he had to do. Fucking stage a comeback. Not stage a comeback. Say he's doing a comeback.
Dude,
Get E
they've
to make a
tried-
show.
They've tried to,
They
like,
did.
help
They really
him.
did.
They
But
really
like,
have tried
commit
help
to a
him.
comeback. Tell E like, okay, this is gonna be a fucking shit show, but if you film it and give me a decent amount of money and fucking put me on again, then you know what I mean. I'll give you some content. I promise I'll get skinny. I promise, and then fucking get fat again. I don't give a fuck. But like,
Dude,
bro,
like,
at
the
least try.
Kardashians,
Like, at least try,
weren't-
Rob.
They weren't only, like, before the show, like, they weren't only they're not famous. They didn't get the show, is what I'm saying. Because they were famous already, you know? Like, they were just like a super powerful family.
True.
Like, from the city that had a lot of connections.
And Kim be sucking that Ray J dong.
Yeah,
that helps.
she be blowing the dong. But, yeah, she started off hanging out with Paris Hilton and shit. There's, like, this clip where, like, Paris is like, you're gonna clean my closet later, right? Or something like that. And Kim's like, yeah, I got you and shit. Yeah, like, she was Paris Hilton's, like little side bitch, bro.
Fuck.
And now she's like probably the most famous human being on the face of the planet.
But then for like with stuff like that, you gotta wonder where they're at right now. Like they're
America's royal family.
That's actually very true.
They're America's royal family.
And I realize
they get more coverage than the royal family.
Dude, I realize how influential they were, and not like in like obviously from the beginning and from their whole thing, but like one of the fucking people in my class. Oh, what did he say? Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, it was a girl. And and we were doing like one of those interactions, right? Where you're like, oh, I'm so and so, and you have to introduce yourself. I think the pool guy's here.
Oh yeah,
it's the pool guy.
The pool guy. I used to be a pool guy.
Fuck, I forgot what I was saying because of his dog. Oh. That she goes, oh, I want to go to Thailand because I saw the Kardashians go to Thailand. Literally, that's the quickest way to say it, and I already wasted time by trying to introduce it. But she literally was like, I want to go to Thailand because I saw the Kardashians go. And I was sitting there like, wow. What if that was my, like, excuse for everything? Like, I want to do this because the Kardashians did it. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, there's probably a fucking shitload of people that like doing stuff just because of that. And then what you said, it's like, well, they're technically like a fucking, like, a rich royal family within, like, the U.S., other than, like, you know, you have,
How are you doing?
Hello. Other than you have, like, what? Like, presidents and, like, stuff like that. Like, the Bushes, but they're fucking evil white people. So
right,
fuck them.
So, oh my god, I don't even want to get into politics today. We don't even have enough time.
It's like, we're like doing the podcast, we do, like, a time-lapse, the sun slowly is behind us.
Dude, that's why,
at the end, we're just like, okay, there's
hip-hop.
lizard people and there's
we love hip hop and like that's what we're into at this moment.
True.
But like this show is gonna be so many things probably.
True. Dude,
but
if I can get off into
damn it, what were we
definitely
saying? Dude, Kylie Jenner made $1 billion off of fame leveraging. She leveraged her fame to make of course she had a bag already. She had money.
True.
And she used that money to start a makeup brand.
Right.
And, like, she made sure it was, like, high-quality makeup. Like, she knows what the kind of makeup she wants to use.
Right.
And she just, boom. She fame leveraged. And she marketed on her Snapchat, bro.
That's pretty smart.
Snapchat. Think about that. And now she has $1 billion.
And then you have the other end of the fucking spectrum.
Bro, she
and we have Rob.
is richer than Jay-Z. Well, she's richer than Jay-Z and Beyonce because of African American culture, because of hip hop. But she's not even black. Think about that.
Would you call that appropriation?
I don't know what I'd call it. I'd call it bank, a big old bag.
Because realistically, like for example, if we're gonna go to the beginning of it, right? Because like I said, you have both ends of the spectrum. You have Rob Kardashian. Ain't really worth shit.
Then you
really got
Kylie.
Shit. Then you got Kylie, who can fucking buy your mom's fucking most expensive vintage fucking whatever, bro. Like her,
like Kim Kardashian is in the middle, right? But you're right. There's like two sides of the spectrum. There's Rob. Mm-hmm. But then there's the fucking girls, the Jenners.
But that shows what you could do.
They did it differently. They did what they were supposed to do. And like now they're doing what they want to do.
Exactly. That shows what you could do when you have initiative and you have like, okay, I know I could fucking make some sort, like, it shows honestly the intelligence of the people within that family. Like, because it's like, okay, you can see that like Kim may be a little bit smart, but at the same time she like has a lot of her looks that she probably gets by on, and she says some stupid shit, and I've heard it on like that show.
Kim?
You got Rob, who at the end of the day, he's not even a fucking, he's like Jabba the Hutt, that just like fucking like, you know, they just like fucking, I don't even know, I'm not even gonna
bro, he hung out with Lamar, so you know that Rob likes to party, bro. You know this.
That's why to me I don't understand what like the motivation.
What clubs does he go to? Comment what clubs you see Rob Kardashian at. I want to go there and talk to him.
hair club for
Does he
men.
go to Dahlia? Does he go to Dahlia? He probably goes to clubs in Calabasas. Bro.
Weight Watchers. Those are the clubs he goes to.
You're a dick, bro. He should be going to what? That's the club he should be going to.
So, have a good one, man.
Right,
Thank you.
Good luck.
Dude, he's all, hey, you guys trying to hit the club? They're like, where do you want to go? Fucking Curves,
baby. Right?
Like, Rob, we've told you time and time again, that's not a club.
Well, that's
just
where
accept you there.
That's where I go and do blow. So what am I supposed to say?
I go to blow and then eat a pizza right afterward. They make me feel at home there. It's like, well, technically you're supposed to work out. I don't care. Dude, that's what I wonder about him, too. Like, what I was saying, like, you gotta wonder where they're at, right? Like, what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Kylie's doing some fucking shit where she's making more money right now. Kim could be either doing that or be, like, fucking Kanye or, I don't know, who knows,
dude,
whatever.
Kim is, like, getting people out of prison, bro. She's, like, a politician.
Really?
Dude, I don't know how that came about, but, like, she's, like, getting people out of prison and, like, just, like, supporting the world. Like, the Wests are in fucking Africa right now, bro. Like, every week, Kanye does, like, a church service. I think maybe it's because of Lent. Maybe because it's Lent right now, but dude, I'm so excited for Yandi. I talked about this last time we recorded. Yandi's about to be a great album.
It is. It'll probably put him back up there with like actual like his old, like when he had that song, I miss the old Kanye. That's gonna be like old Kanye, new Kanye, and then Kanye we haven't even seen yet, because it's gonna be some shit where you're like, yes, like I know, I feel it too, dude. Because I used to be.
People
such
are
a heavy
gonna be
Kanye
like,
fan.
I miss the old Kanye. In like 5 years, they're like, no, not that one. Like this one. Like TLOP Kanye. Not the old Kanye. You know,
not the like throwback, but like kind of like.
Dude, it's crazy how fast the world moves, bro. And like,
I was just about to say,
it's right in front of us. It's happening. It's happening right now.
And
there's a separation, bro. There's not Democrats and Republicans. Like, there's a separation in the country. There's two people. There's people that are willing to evolve, and people who are not, and they're getting left behind.
True. Well, realistically, the people that are getting left behind actually are continuing to be facilitated by fucking the shitty. Oh god, I don't want to say this. I'm gonna say it. Continue to be facilitated by the shitty racist ass person we have in power that just makes it okay to act some type of way, and then they're like, "Oh well, hell yeah, I'm gonna go fucking do some racist shit."
Bro, I don't know. I don't
I
don't necessarily believe that, bro.
Really?
Yeah, because my cousin is like super smart guy.
No,
and he like does his research and shit.
I get you. Yeah, I get what you're
bro,
about to say. I'm sure
Trump
like
is not doing as bad of a job as everybody thinks.
No, he's not doing. I shouldn't say he's doing a bad job, but in the reality of it,
it's just
he does facilitate.
It's because he's trying to, make America like a free thinking place again.
I guess, yeah, but at the same time, he has that.
We're becoming what's it called? Like, we're becoming like a communist country, like where you're not allowed to say shit. Like, that's not what America's supposed to be about.
I think based upon kind of where you're at.
Have you heard of the QAnon theory?
I have not.
So there's this theory that in Hollywood and in Washington, there's like this giant like human trafficking thing going on, and like and like Trump is trying to expose it, and that's why all the media, every single person thinks, like, they say he's an idiot. But like the biggest slap in the face, the biggest fuck you of all is that not a single person on television thought he was going to win.
No, definitely not.
Boom. He won. But, I mean, fuck, dude. He might win again.
I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, like he, like, is a racist that creates racist people, but he, like, says some shit sometimes that's so far out there. It
takes, like, it could only be him, bro.
Exactly.
Like, to just be an asshole and just not really have very much empathy for people. Like, in history, the people that move this planet, that like move the human race forward, are not like nice, like people that like you sit down and have a beer with. They're people that fucking, they make you uncomfortable.
Right. I mean, of course,
you gotta be comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
That's the only way to grow. And I feel like he's putting America in a very uncomfortable situation. And you see who the people are who are folding, and who are the people who are that are like moving forward.
True. I think, I guess what I'm saying is, with people like me and you that can understand like certain things that he says.
But I do see both sides of it.
Yeah, certain things that he does to troll, or certain things that he does to get like a reaction. Like I mean, you can see. I don't
think he's like.
It's not
a brilliant guy, but like
it's marketing.
It's not as big of a deal as people are making it out.
It's marketing. It's meant to be like, okay, he said this. He's in the news now. We're talking about him. Mm-hmm. But the people that are, I don't want to say retarded, but the people that aren't as intelligent as me and you that can't see that, take his like words, misconstrue them. Then they go to Fox. Fox fucking makes them think some type of way. Yeah, they have some sort of fucking opinion, not even based upon what he said. Yeah. Right? It ends up being like what you said, kind of like, it makes you uncomfortable, which then ends up making one side go, well, he said it just like this. And then the other side's, well, he's a fucking racist. He said it like this. When in reality, it's somewhere in between to cause a reaction.
There's nuance to everything that is said by any person.
Yeah.
There's a backstory, you know? True. And like, that's what we're missing out on.
Well, I think you're right about him wanting to expose a lot of shit. And I think there's definitely a lot of corruption within even his surroundings.
There's 3 nations that we should be scared of. It's like the Saudi Arabians, like the Middle East,
because they got fucking
the all Chinese,
money, and they got all the fucking people.
Or North Korea. I mean,
I don't fear North Korea as much as I do Chinese.
Well, they have nukes, bro, and he's just like he's letting his people starve so he could build nukes. So he's got to be willing to bomb.
True, but then you also have to wonder this: does he have the money to have the best nukes, or does he have the money to have nukes? Because then you can go, all right, dude. Like for example, you can have Trump, who that's where I see. But
all I'm saying is there's 3 major enemies to the United States.
Oh, like entities other than the
entities.
US. Okay.
And like he squashed the beef with all 3 of them.
That's true. That's where I honestly was about to say, like, I started changing my opinion of the face value Trump as opposed to like the misconstrued and misunderstood that allows people to like act some type of way and gives them the right. Like, for example, for some people, a MAGA hat is like a symbol of them being like patriotic and wanting, like what you said, corruption, like within the Hollywood bullshit.
To be erased.
But then there's also some people that put it on to cause people to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
That's where I start going, the class divide, the divide between like this side and that side is exactly what you hit it on the head, because it's not like a Trump thing, it's a media thing, and it's a left-right thing, to where you're either evolving, realizing what the fuck's going on, or you're being, I don't want to say Fox itself, but you're being suppressed by an entity to make you think that your president is allowing you to be able to kind of be an asshole and manipulate people that have been in this country and built this country from the fucking ground. When in reality, a lot of the times the whole immigrant issue comes down to, like, this is where I think a lot of it gets
Bro, it's overpopulation. Like, we live in Los Angeles. You can't even drive like 20 miles away. It'll take you fucking 2 hours.
And the income from our own, and this is what to me kind of opened my eyes when I started realizing it. And I watched a YouTube video about it, because it broke it down like this. You have 30 people, right, that are making $1,000.
Okay.
30 grand into the economy.
Okay.
Obviously not directly, but that's 30 grand that every one of those people has. Imagine, not even half. Imagine 10 of those people that are coming here, taking some of that money, putting it back into wherever they're coming from, and not even the full income, maybe like 80% of it. That's $8,000 already that isn't going back into our economy. That's causing people to go wherever they're getting the money coming from. They're going, oh, now we can fucking go and do the same thing. And of course, like you said, overpopulation is going to cause people to lose their jobs from these people that are taking the money out of our economy, putting it into another.
Bro, have you seen Ready Player One?
I have. That's a great movie.
Like, the Earth's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have to, like, stack.
Oh, yeah.
The stacks, bro.
Dude.
We're gonna have to live like that, bro.
We're literally, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up? And then my neighbor's gonna be like, what's up? And then my other neighbor's gonna be like,
he, slept on top of, like, the washing machine.
Yeah. Dude.
And like, you could, like, see people, like, scaling it down. There's no sneaking out of the house, you know? And like,
dude, that gave me anxiety watching some of that, dude. Because I was like, okay, I've lived my life some type of way.
Falls?
Yeah, dude. And it's always like some type of way, like, not afraid of heights, but like, I'm like, if I'm on the edge of something, there better be a railing. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, if I'm like I don't know, dude. That movie gave me anxiety for a little bit. But anyways, going back to the thing, what we were saying. You're right, dude. There's a lot of fucked up shit, and there's a lot of like.
I'm not telling
corruption that
anybody
needs to be
what.
exposed
I'm not telling
completely.
anybody what to think, but I'm just saying, don't take the television's word for it.
I agree with you.
Go
1,000.
find your own information.
I agree with
the
you.
internet.
1,000%.
It's not a place for fucking memes and like
It's a tool,
fucking
dude.
social media and shit. The internet is a accumulation of information, and everything you want to know is there, and the truth is there. Just go find it. It's really simple.
Especially if it's something as simple as
and like people get so mad, bro.
Oh yeah,
they get so mad. It's crazy.
Dude, here's like, and this is one of my conspiracies that kind of like supports what you were saying about like that there's weird shit going on behind the scenes. Like not even with like sex trafficking and stuff like that. Dude, you have like these like events that happen, bro. Like for example, you have like mass shootings or like even some things that you can call false flag that may not be, but some people may see it as like, oh, there's crisis actors, there's false flags, there's blah 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 blah. You can almost see it as like what you fucking said. Like you have the actual like this person that's trying to kind of make strides, right? Then you have like the propaganda machine, which is the media, trying to suppress the idea.
People just want to hate and hate and hate because they hate themselves.
Yeah, they project, bro. They project all their hate when they see something on TV and they see like, and I know exactly what you mean because I'm perfect.
They don't want to see you do well, dude, because they don't do shit.
And part of why I was like that day when I never forgot to finish the story about heckling or whatever, part of why I was hating was because like I was pissed off at myself where I was, and and I had no outlet.
I find that the only times I'm ever angry at something, it's because it's like jealousy, bro. It's like, damn, I wish that I was doing what that person is doing.
That, or you go. Not just jealousy, you go, I could do what that person is doing way better. And instead of acknowledging that, hey, they're at least doing something, you go, fuck that shit, I can do it way better. And that's where I was that night, because I was like, nah, dude, I have jokes I could just do off the top.
At the stand?
Yeah. But that's why I was hating too, because I wasn't up there. You know what I mean?
Bro, you should tell some jokes, bro.
One of these days, fuck it, dude. If I have to go to like an open mic, at the very end, you know I'm finna be like, don't kill me, YouTube. If you don't like me, guess what? I have a co-host.
We're gonna
you might like him.
Something. We're gonna post something.
We might be able to just use this whole thing.
Boom. We're gonna post this.
The Adam 22 thing, dude. When he got fucking.
Oh, he got ran up on.
That was one of the weirdest things because it happened twice.
It happened twice, bro.
It happened twice. Like, bro, what the fuck?
If you are a person out there and you're struggling to the point where you feel like you have to rob somebody. Just get a job, man. Or something. I don't know. Get a job, man.
Do you think he was trying to just straight rob him, or do you think it was clout chasing because he knew he was on the street? Because that's what they were saying. Like
it was 100% clout chasing. The first guy was a prop gun. It wasn't a real gun.
Oh, that's right. And then the second guy was just like live streaming it, right? Or like he took a video of it.
Hakeem like froze up. Like he didn't know what to do because it was like, what the fuck is going on? He's not shooting it. He's just kind of waving it around.
And on top of it, it's like
he wasn't ready to blow it. He wasn't trying to blow it.
And you see like that kind of stuff like all the time with prank videos, dude. Like you know, like
dude, Adam laughed.
He was like, he's on TV.
Yeah, that shit was hella funny.
Because you know, in his mind, he's like, not. Well, I shouldn't say.
He's like. When I look at this person, it's just gonna be one of my homies messing around.
Yeah, he's not
and he
like
looks
worried.
up and he's like, "Well, I don't really know this guy."
And he's not worried because he knows he's got, at the very least, Chris Long that always has a gun on him.
Dude, Chris Long.
And you can hear that video. He's like,
everybody in the world needs themselves a Chris Long. True. I have one. His name's Jake. What's up, bro?
He's all, what's up? What was I saying? Oh yeah, that fucking. At least though, because you gotta remember too. For it being like, you know, Melrose, whatever, blah, blah, blah. For, like, the No Jumper Store usually has people in there either that, like, you know, or about it, or, you know, they've seen shit like that before.
Bro,
Adam just so happens to be in the limelight.
Always hitters there, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Adam just happens to be in the limelight, so he was like, "There's no way this is really happening," and it not be a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even if Punk'd was still around, I think probably in his head he probably like, "Oh, this is Punk'd," you know, whatever the fuck.
Knock on wood. But like, if Adam died on live stream, it would be a fitting end.
It would be. It would also be one of those things too, where like.
Cause like, you know, like he's dedicated his whole life to it at this point, and like,
yeah,
you know?
And I think from there though, I don't know, like moving forward from that, like that would be such
there would be
weird...
so many more rules for live streaming, like nobody would be able to monetize that shit anymore. Like it'd be weird.
You think so? But the fucking New Zealand shooting, dude. Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
They live streamed it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
my cousin is like a huge online gamer. Like he only plays on PC. And he's had a friend for like over a decade who lives in Canada. His name's Jake.
Okay.
They're just both really good at games, so they've always played with each other.
Okay.
And Jake is a coder. They're trying to start a business together. It's called Jail Yard Media, white label branding. You know, if you need a website, boom, it gets you a website. But they're not doing no small budget events, bro. They're just not doing no small budget shit. We're talking about $25K and up. But
that's real project shit.
Yeah. But this guy Jake was like, he watched it live, and he said this guy was like trained. It was like an FPS, you know.
I see
it's
it
like
too.
a first person shooter. Like the first thing, boom, boom. He just wasted 2 people with the shotty.
Yeah,
like he came in with like an automatic, a shotty, and a pistol.
And then he went back to the car to get another automatic. I seen
Really?
the whole thing. Yeah, I seen the whole thing, dude. It's actually on. It's funny because they took it off
crazy?
everything.
Did it give you chills?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a part, and I'm not even gonna like, cause I don't know. You might watch it one day when you're stoned or something, or if we're fucking.
Unless they took it down.
If we're drunk. No, actually, they took it down off everything except for this one site called the YNC, and that is like one of those sites that's like, you know, cartel murders, fucking people dying and shit.
Yeah,
like,
I remember there was.
twice.
I remember there was gore.com.
That's literally exactly what it is.
Yeah,
it's exactly like
gore.com.
Except for this site like has like porn too, which is even weirder because it's like, bruh, if I'm gonna pick like. What the fuck? Like, I ain't trying to see someone get their head blown off and then get their dick sucked.
and then like try to beat my meat.
Yeah. It's like there's just some, but there is. I guarantee you, there's like a subgenre of people that are just like, yes.
This. He's like, well, I want to watch the girl getting boned while she's getting her head chopped off, bro.
It's like, here it is, the YNC. But anyways, going away from
just
the fucking...
imagine there's a place for that on the internet.
And there's people that are into it.
And there's people that watch it. I bet there's people that, like, beat their meat to the fucking people getting torn apart.
Dude, that's what I was about to say. So, like...
Torn apart.
There's a part in that video, in that fucking, like, terrorist, whatever you want to call it, the New Zealand thing, where you could tell he's getting off to it. Not, like, sexually, but you could tell, like, in his, like he's like, fuck yeah. Because afterwards, he's talking about, he's like, yeah, in the firefight. It's like, what firefight? You were shooting and no one else was fucking
You were the
doing
only
anything.
one that had the fire, bro.
It's like, one fight? You literally... Dude, okay. The one thing that sticks out to me, not, like, the whole video, but there's a lady and a man on the street. He comes out of the mosque. Mm-hmm. The guy she's walking with, it could be a girl. I'm just saying, it looks like a couple. The guy shoots the girl that's walking with the guy, the couple that's walking. As soon as she falls to the ground, he fucking books it, dude. And it's one of those moments where it gives you such a dilemma of, damn, would I have done the same thing?
Bro, if you heard a gunshot that close, you're gone, bro.
That's
you're
why
gone.
I'm like, I don't mind not, like,
and
being
the
a
person
hero.
next to you drops to the ground.
Dude. And
bro, what are you gonna do? You gonna save them?
The more fucked up part, she's still conscious, right? So as he's coming out of the mosque, he shoots again up the street, but she has her hand extended to the guy running away, and it's saying, help me the whole time, bro. And it just fucked with me so heavy because that was another thing, too. That's another thing, too. Like, could you still run away? Like, I don't know if I could, dude. Not that I'm a hero, but fuck, I would at that point, if I knew, like, my homegirl, my fucking homie, or, like, my like girlfriend was there just, like, dying, I might just go back and just fucking die with him. Like, as morbid as that is.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, oh my god, bro. It's
a lot to think
Did
of.
the guy... Was she laying there for quite a bit? Did the guy walk away?
So, not really. He came out of the mosque. And when he came out of the mosque, he had already just destroyed everyone inside, right? Uh-huh. He just fucking made sure. when he went,
I heard there was like big huddles of people, and he's
dude. Like, think of this room
into like huddles of people.
Think of this room, but one extra like that room also. So it's the size of these two rooms, and then double the width. That's how big the room was that he went into. And on the left side, it's exactly.
And like, if you've seen like people like practicing Islam, like they're all real close to each other.
That's what
and,
that's what
on
it was.
mats, like,
and that's the more fucked part is.
Probably a lot of people in there.
They were just practicing fucking religion. They weren't doing any like that's the kind of shit to me that fucking always gets me. And on the end, on the other like,
I heard there was 2 kids also.
That's the part where I always skip that part if I like were to watch it again, because like I have a weird like spot in my heart for kids and like old people.
Don't we all, bro?
Yeah,
children are like. They're so pure.
Yeah, and then the old people are just like, fuck, I don't care anymore. And like at the end of the day, if you don't care, I don't care. No one cares. Like I like that. I like that vibe.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's like fuck it, dude. Let's fucking.
No, bro. Nobody wants to die. Like
no,
bro.
Hell
it's painful, bro. It's like the most excruciating pain you'll ever feel. You dying.
Yeah,
you die.
There's also another dude that like tries to storm the gunman, like. As it's going on, it's like the first initial like grouping of shots, and you could tell he either like, because it's the only way to leave. He either tries to run to the gunman to knock him down, or he tries to run by him, knock him down to get out the door, and he just gets obliterated point blank.
That's another thing I heard too. Yeah, it's like a guy tries to storm, and he just gets popped one.
And you're like, it kind of taught me stuff to like A, not be a hero, but B, it also kind of put me in a weird dilemma where I'm like. I'm always kind of like on the border most of the time with that kind of stuff. Like if I could do something, trust me, I'll try.
Bro, I would have tried to jump out a window or something.
Dude, that was the thing is everyone else that you could see like because there's people that are like, what the fuck? Like it's New Zealand. Like
that like there's people like when something like that happens, like you're just like in shock and you're like idea. Frozen. You're just
yeah. And the like when you said about the 2 dudes that were in the front, one of the dudes he ends up blasting both the dudes, but one of them ends up trying to crawl away. And when he blasts that dude, is the initial hallway, right? To the end. And, like, when he walks out, it's to the left and the right. There's, like, the groupings of people. So you could tell people were already, like, trying to, like, they were, like, kind of grouping up even more. Like, what the fuck's going on? And he had one of those, you know, the flashlights that, like, have, like, that pulse light?
Mm-hmm.
So he comes in with that light. So that probably confused the fuck out of him even more. Because think about it. It could have been, like, a cop, you know, like, trying to, like, stop and, like, the guy. It might not have even been him. And then initially, you're thinking, like, wait a minute. Like, I live in a place with, like, where guns are illegal with no fucking, like, real, other than if you're, like, a hunter or whatever the fuck. I don't remember. I'm going to look like an idiot. But it's, like, there's a certain law where you can get guns over there. But that would be, like, if I moved to the UK, it was like, cool, now I don't have to worry about, like, some dude pulling a gun on me on the street and then walking into...
way more knife killings, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, I'd be cool because I have my knife on me all the time. So I'd be like, okay, cool, if we can have a knife fight, let's do some, like, fucking socias shit and fucking, like, you know...
Bro, like Rumble. West Side Story?
Yeah, or something like that.
They, like, tie their arms together and it's like,
yes,
or like the...
Exactly.
Or the Beat It video. Like,
yes!
And then they're like, boom, and they tie their wrists together. Like, bro, like that was like some real man shit, bro.
That was at the level
you guys want to fucking run up on people and shoot them for money, bro? Tie your wrists together, and you both have a knife, bro.
And then go for it.
And then let's see who's mad now, bro.
Dude,
shit.
That's the crazier part is it's sad that only now in probably not even in prisons because prisons.
Have you seen Rumblefish?
No.
It's like a really, really good movie.
What's it about? Well, it sounds like it's about fighting.
Well, yeah, it's kind of about fighting, and but it's like same era like as The Outsiders.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of reminds me of The Outsiders, but I had to read it for school. It was a great book. But yeah, I don't know. It just reminded me of that.
No. I'm trying to remember something from The Outsiders right now because there's a part in that.
Rumblefish is a great film.
Dude, you made me think of like
and a great book.
Like just like the OGs that like maybe are even still alive right now. Like some of the shit they probably saw coming up.
Some of the shit they see. I got a homie, bro. I'm not gonna tell you what his name is or anything.
Uh-huh.
But his dad was telling us one time. Mm-hmm. He used to be a cholo back in the day.
Right.
And like this was like the 80s, bro. Like they ran up on his friend, like beat him senseless.
Damn.
and like they were just so mad, and they got some guns, like, and they went to where these guys hang out, like this park, and they had like some automatics, and bro, they just just let him go.
That's crazy.
And yeah, some people definitely were killed that night.
That's crazy.
And like they said, like they never even looked back, bro. And like the police never nothing, bro. This was the 80s. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy to me that he remembers that so vividly, because you know it.
You don't forget things like that,
all
bro.
the time.
You forget things. You don't forget things like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm sure in his mind he probably regrets it, but at the same time, like, it's crazy.
In his mind, it was probably justified, bro, because they like beat his homie almost to death. It's
crazy to think of like the actions up to that. You know what I mean? Like everything that, like, because I'm gonna say it straight up to you, dude. There's been times where like I've rolled up on people, not like trying to fight, but being like, oh, I know they're there, and I know they've been talking shit. Let's see what's up. I've never been to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna roll up and blast this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Dude, I just never assume that anybody hates me that much. Like,
I would hope not.
I always assume.
I would hope no one would hate me like that. If you
do. I'm not trying to be like cocky or anything, but like you know me. Like,
know exactly
I'm
what you mean.
Such a nice guy. I would just.
Oh, there was my phone. Yeah,
I just always assumed that I could talk my way out of it.
Yeah, no, you're not a prick or anything, and you're actually like a pretty good dude. That's why me. Even with, like, sometimes with my shortcomings and certain things like that, and, like, how, like, you're, like, kind of sometimes when you're, like, primal, or when my primal brain takes over, and I'm just like, oh, fuck this person.
Yeah, like, but there is, like, a primal side, especially when you're a man, bro, and you're just like, Well, there's, like...
I hate it when, like, people push your buttons, bro, and you can't do shit about it, like, especially with chicks. Oh, bro.
Well, there's, like, just the human experience in general is, like, man... like, has a hole in their heart that cannot be filled by anything.
True.
And, like, money or women or, you know, anything. It can't be filled by drugs, right. Dude. And, yeah, that's where the rage stems from, I think.
Dude, I think a lot of the time, too, with, like, drugs, like, a lot of hardcore drug addicts or, like, people that do, like, H or, like, you know, hardcore shit, that, like, a lot of those people are actually, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're kind of like that, where they have, like, that primalness they need to suppress. Like, with me and you, we kind of, like, it happens sometimes to us. I think with other people, like, it's just constant, dude, where you're like, I need to suppress. I need to, like, numb myself.
You know, like, where you think... when, like, you're really calm and, like, logical thinking, but then you get into a mode sometimes where it's, like, survival.
Yes, dude.
But, like, there's some people that can't get out of that mode.
Especially if you're, like, growing up sometimes.
That's what, like, PTSD is, bro.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Especially if you see something and it triggers you, because then you're, like, you're back in that same mindset. You're literally, like, back wherever.
You know, like when shit calms and it almost feels like slow motion. Like,
or, like, you almost, like, I don't know, I have times where, like, not I black out, but, like, where I'll, like, say something or do something, and it's just my brain taking over. Not my, like, primal brain, but, like, my brain being like, okay, I got this, and then I'll be like, what the fuck was I even just saying right there? What the fuck? That's how I kind of see, like, when you, like, see red, and certain people just, like, you see people that are like, oh, dude, I don't remember fucking hitting that guy, or I don't remember. That's, like, how I see it, I think, at that level. But, like, there are also definitely people that are constant, like, head on a swivel, ready to, like, fucking dust you in a second if you do anything, even look at them. Like,
yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I've always been such a, like, I don't know. Even when I went to shows and shit, when I went to, like, hardcore shows and I'd go to metal shows all the time, like, coming out of high school and in high school, like, it turned off, you know what I mean? It definitely, like, I definitely was like, okay, I'm at the show, and then I'm walking to go get a burger now. Okay,
bro, I like going to fucking shows. I like going to, like, the mosh pits and shit, bro. I don't go there to fucking stand in the corner and dance, bro. I fucking go so I can fucking be in the pit and, like, throw some bows.
Dude, I really want fucking, like, more, like...
I hate, like, when there's a concert or there's, like, music playing that, like, people should be fucking so live and, like, just, like, moshing the fuck. But I think in LA, listen to me, LA, y'all act too cool sometimes. Y'all think you're so cool. Y'all think you're so important.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get titty sweat.
Sometimes you gotta get titty sweat, like the boy right here.
Boom.
Titty sweat.
Actually, I should just lose weight.
But there's another thing about that. Oh my god, I don't want to lose it.
So I won't say anything.
Damn it. No.
We're talking about
Yeah. No, I know. Shows, people acting too cool. Oh my god, there was somewhere I was gonna go with that.
Sorry, I feel like my titties sweat.
Damn, but that was such a great part of it. Oh man. Dude. Oh my god, I really had some like intellectual shit to say.
We were talking about like seeing, like going to shows. We were talking about like metal shows. We were talking about like LA.
Or like the shows.
You were like,
LA.
You're like, I got something to tell you guys.
Yes.
And you were like saying the difference
Y'all
between
just
LA
act too cool sometimes.
and like,
I found it.
Yes.
So like the thing that we make the biggest mistake on as human beings is like thinking that us as like that we are inherently special and that we're not just a part of the biology of this planet. Like we're lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Definitely. So like you just gotta just be nice to people, bro, and live your life. Don't care about what other people are saying or thinking or the fucking comments. The comment section, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck all that shit.
Yeah. That's why when people ask me most of the time, like, and I say it jokingly, but I kind of gauge people by saying this sometimes. We're like, oh, how's your morning going?
Stardust.
That too. We're literally just kind of particles, regardless. If you see it on if you see us on a microscopic level coming to like the actual universe,
there was like a giant.
Well, dude, we don't know if there's like a world. Like this is like the Earth, right? This is how we know and the size of it. We don't know if there's something that's like fucking 30 times bigger, bro, with people that are 30 times bigger.
Yeah,
that could just come and fucking destroy our whole planet, and they're like, nah. Bro.
Well, the people would have to be bigger if the planet was bigger, right?
Yeah, we can only assume. That's why people don't realize with like, for example, the universe, right? And this is the only way you could completely prove that there is other life. There's always gonna be a way to prove it, and it's like this, right? So I'll use this board.
Okay.
So like,
dude, let's talk about space, baby.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
We're definitely going from the hip hop to space right now. So we got like the center of the universe, right? That's the center of the universe, and everything is moving out from the center, right?
Okay.
So technically, we can only see like a certain amount around us, right? We can assume the center of the universe is over here, but this is the Earth, right?
Okay.
And this is our solar system. We'll just say this is Milky Way, and this is the center. Everything's moving from that center, which means we were thrown out before someone or something that's out over here, which means we could see,
or they were thrown before us because they're farther.
Exactly. Okay. That's kind of like, so they're farther, which means they're billions of years older than us, which means they're obviously way more advanced if they haven't killed themselves. Which also means that they're also on top of everything watching us and probably like, just wait, motherfuckers.
Just wait. When you motherfuckers
make your fucking civilization ours.
Dude, so the only way we're gonna be able to like travel through space and time is if we create mass relays. They're just like these big ass fucking machines that can shoot ships at light speed, and we're gonna have to get the relays, and we're gonna have to use the initial mass relay to shoot mass relays into the galaxies that we want to explore, so that we could mass relay back. But I was just watching this show on Netflix, this new show. It's called Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh, I was gonna try to watch that, but I was.
Bro, look at me in my face. It's
good?
so dope.
Oh,
they explore so many theories on that show.
Damn.
And like the people go through a mass relay, just trying to get home. Like it's supposed to be easy. Like boom, they're supposed to be there in 10 minutes. Boom, because it's at light speed.
Right.
But they get trapped in a temporal loop. But he doesn't even know. He's like, until like there's like a monster there. She's just like I'm the one that accompanies the lost. You know?
What the fuck?
Dude, I'm getting chills just talking about it. But yeah, and like it's really been like 125 years, and he's just like super old and like decrepit.
Damn.
And like he thinks like they went off course, you know?
Yeah.
And they know they went off course.
Yeah.
But like they think they're in this like weird space station, but really like it's just an illusion that like this being is able to put on him for eternity. So So
I
he
definitely
doesn't have
gotta watch
to.
that.
He doesn't have to live like the life in the fucking temporal loop, bro. It's
What
fucked up, bro. Like we can't start playing. We can't start playing with space and time because damn, it's gonna fuck us bad, bro.
That's literally what I was about to start drawing right here too. Is that like, so if we could only see, like, say this is us, right? Like I said,
that's what we could see, but that's what they could see.
and they're so close to being able to see us at the point where they can, like, say one day it just the realm of influence gets that much bigger, and they're like, oh, they have resources that we want. They can literally just come and fucking just destroy us, take our shit, and then they come over here and say there happens to be another even bigger one that can see both of us, and they're like, well, they're over on that planet.
Yeah.
So let me take the time to, like, just say fuck going both of them, and while they're on Earth, we'll fucking kill them all. Like, you know what I mean? It's all just like this weird, like, intelligence, like, versus, like, if there's someone out here, like, further from the center of the universe, they have to be evolved. They have to be way smarter than us, and they have to have stuff like you just said. So that means whatever the first fucking thing that, like, that's way the fuck over here that we can never even see, that we'll never be able to see.
What if they want to help us?
Yeah.
That would be the ideal situation.
Let's just say they're just all knowing, and they're, like, almost at the level of a god. And they just don't have, like,
what we imagine to be a god. Like, everything that we know is created by man.
Right.
And we created it. So, like, they gotta be on some other shit, bro. Like, words aren't even words to them. Like, they communicate through energies and shit. Like,
dude.
like animals, bro. Yeah. Like, animals talk to each other, but they don't say words.
Yeah. That's like the episode of Futurama where, like, they build, like, the professor builds, like, a bunch of, like, robots, and they evolve so quickly they become, like, omnipotent beings. So they're all knowing. So, like, they're literally just like a cloud, and the, like, professor's like, what? Blah, blah, he's all, yeah, we have no need. They go, we have no need for what do they say? Like, we have no need for thought or some weird shit. Like, we just are. We're just beings, and it's one of those things where, like, fuck. Like, imagine just being so advanced that you have, like, no need to do anything other than just exist, and you're just like, yeah, I don't need to question anything. I know everything.
That's
already.
Like nirvana, bro. It's what they call, like, enlightenment. It's
completely
like when
bliss.
you could just exist.
It's like the ignorance
100% happy and peaceful. Like,
yeah, it's like the ignorance is bliss
bro,
idea is so funny
Matt
when you
Groening,
think. Oh,
right?
dude.
That's his name, bro.
Simpsons.
He is 100% a time traveler, bro.
Dude.
And Futurama, bro.
That's what we could do
we're
eventually.
We're headed there, bro.
Dude, you look at the That's what's fucking funny to me. I always said this, like the euthanasia thing, right? Like, where people are like, "Oh, you're not allowed. You shouldn't be able to like have someone take your life." The fucking first, and I guarantee you, the first legal euthanasia, the first legal
the suicide booth
is gonna be a suicide booth. It's not even gonna be called that, but it's gonna be something you just walk into. It's like there's no, like, other than you, right? Because it's gonna be about you. You're gonna stand.
The only way that they would create a suicide booth is if we were able to understand the fourth dimension and know that this life isn't, like, when you die it's not over. Like, that's the only way they would enlist the suicide booth.
What if there are people still that have no idea, they're just ignorant, but that's the way that they get around the loophole of euthanasia, because technically euthanasia is someone helping you kill yourself, right? Mm-hmm. If there's a booth you just walk into and die,
there's no person.
You're dying. You're just dying.
You're choosing to die.
Exactly. And then you got to wonder about the fourth dimension thing, like you said. If there's people that have higher knowledge of, okay, this isn't anything but a VR, even, maybe, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, did you see Bandersnatch?
I did.
That Black Mirror thing?
That was exactly what I was getting at.
Process and control, man, bro. Pac-Man. He's like, he dies all the time. He doesn't seem to be bothered by it. And the Colin, he just, like, jumps off the fucking.
And I remember wild. in that like, if you pick that one, they're like, oh yeah, what do they say? They say in the movie, it's like, oh yeah, we haven't seen so and so, and like he's dead, right? Mm-hmm. And in reality, when you die, and I've noticed this. When you die, I don't know if you, in that Bandersnatch movie, if you pick the outcome where,
dude, me and my cousin sat there for like 3 hours and got every single outcome.
So you got the one where you can go with the mom, right?
We got to a point where, like, it was like going through clips, and like Colin was like, "I told you I'd see you again."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and then it would go back to the clips, right? Okay, so in the one where you pick to go with your mom, right? Have you done that one where you pick to go with your mom, and then in reality, you just die? Have you done that one? That one's like the ultra secret one that's hard to find, bro.
No.
Okay, so the way you do that one... Mom? So, okay, you know how, remember when the mom is like, oh, come with me, sweetheart? Remember? and she's like he's like under the bed, and he doesn't want to go, and then he ends up getting like a dilemma where he's like, oh, I kept my mom.
Yes,
okay.
because she died in the fucking on the train.
There's one where you can go with the mom, and you can go onto the train with your mom as a kid, and in the like when he's with the therapist, and the therapist is talking to him, when he's talking to the therapist, he just fucking dies, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're just talking, blah, 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 and then it shows him somehow manipulate, like, the idea of going back in time. He goes back in time within his own mind, and then it shows, like, the next clip is the people picking up the body, and then the therapist, like, he was just sitting here, and then he fucking died. And you're just sitting there, like, that to me...
That's weird. Dude, there's a couple crazy endings. Like, there's one where, like, he's in the room with the therapist, and then, like, you could choose, like, jump out the window. He, like, goes to the window, and, like, then you see, like, the crew, and they're like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know. Like, oh!
It gets you so...
wild,
it gets you so in your own head.
Black Mirror, I love Black Mirror, bro.
I do too.
Because some people are so soft, man, and they don't want to think about the future, bro. Dude. People just want things to stay the same, and, like, no, bro, like, this future's gonna be crazy.
One of my favorite episodes of, like, any series, any show, was the 4th season of Black Mirror. The first episode with the fucking girl that, she ends up, like, wanting to live some lifestyle, and she, like, it's all based upon the, like, rating system, right?
Yeah, Nosedive.
Yeah.
It's called Nosedive.
That one. That is where our fucking society is going, and no one wants to fucking believe it. But technically, it's already there with IG, if you think about it.
They're already doing it in China, so like you're gonna get a rating for everything because China's like communist. Yeah. So there's only one social media, and they use it to do everything. Like you get paid, you get paid from your job on there. I don't know what it's called, but
I know they have WeChat that they really like to use, dude, but that's like...
yeah, but like you get paid through that, like you pay all your bills and shit, and like all your information is on like this one social media.
Dude, that's not even like communism or not social. That's not even like anything that we've seen yet. It's like a new form of like consumerism mixed with like
it's like control.
Yeah, with like it's suppression mixed with consumerism. If you think about it, like it's suppressing you through consumerism because you have to consume and interact with everything.
They realize along the way that they're not just going to be able to do whatever they want, so they got to make it seem like we're the ones that chose that outcome.
Yeah,
and that is what ads are, bro.
Well, dude,
that's what the media is. I'm speaking this shit into existence, bro. Speaking it into existence. I got a Powerball ticket.
Nice.
Three random pick'ems. This shit's at 750 million right now.
That's crazy. That's the whole nation?
Speak it into existence. This is the winning ticket. You see it right here? This is it. If I actually win and I call this, that shit would be crazy. It'd probably make our show blow up.
That would be pretty crazy. That would be, yeah.
Damn.
I'm just trying to think of where we're at right now.
Dude. We'd be filming this, like, in the Hollywood Hills the next day.
True.
The first thing I would do is buy a crib. Because I love hanging out at home. And then furnish it. So many of these rappers, I see you guys with your fat houses, and there's no furniture in it.
Hardwood floors and walls.
Yeah, and walls.
And horrible acoustics.
It's like...
echoiness.
Right, bro. It's because, like, some of these people get money, and they don't know how to be fancy, bro.
That or they just
You gotta get all the amenities, bro. You gotta be fancy.
That or they just splurge, because, look, let's do it real quick. You can erase that.
You get it. I'm just about all that stuff.
I'm gonna erase right here underneath. Just, like... this is just on like the signing bonus, right? You think like, okay, let's say like a Blueface or like a fucking someone, right? They get like $1 million. No, that's too much. Let's say they get $1 million. They get $1 million signing bonus. Okay.
Yes.
They blow it on they get like a bunch of jewelry.
Well, let's be realistic. Who are we signing? Are we signing Blueface?
Yeah, we're signing like a
Well,
Blueface.
he got more like 3 or 4.
But we're signing that
Lil
type of
Pump
artist.
got like 12, bro, because he finessed his way out the deal.
We're signing like an ignorant artist that doesn't really have a following yet, but like he kind of turns up and he has that style. So like we'll give him a mil, right? And this is more where I'm going to what you were saying.
Yeah.
They spend like 150 on fucking.
They got to get iced out.
On
real
iced
quick.
out shit.
They got to get iced out real quick. If you get a chain from Eliante, it's gonna be $250,000.
So let's do 250 then.
Yeah.
Let's do 250 with chains and like everything, okay? So then you're already at 750,000 after that, right? So now you got to put on for like some of the homies, right? You got to like maybe if not like get your homies like something cool, you got to maybe do some shit. So let's say that's like 50 grand right there. You guys go out, you ball out or something, right? So now you're down to 700,000. Now you got living situations, bro. In California,
that's not even a.
That's
my parents' house is worth more than that.
That's what I'm saying.
This house is worth more than that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's why they never have shit in their houses. Because they blow out and they're like, I still have to find some place to live.
Oh my god. Well, the thing you gotta do as a rapper, don't blow the signing bonus, bro. Don't blow it. What you do is you take that signing bonus and you say, fuck it, fuck jewelry, bro. Yeah, unless that's like your whole shtick.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to buy anything other than like a ring and maybe like a little chain.
Wait till like that chain is nothing. And then it'll be like so worth it. Like, you'll be like, this is nothing, bro. Like, take it. Take it.
Like, the only thing I ever wanted at jewelry, like,
you're gonna run up on me with a gun? Here, have it.
Dude, imagine.
You need it more than I do.
Imagine just being like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
And that with a 700K left, say you buy a house, that's literally why they never have. And then let's put it back, right? Say you get 100. Nah, not even. Let's say you get.
Bro, there's so many expenses. Like that $1 million signing bonus, your agent's gonna take a portion of that, bro.
Yeah, and you're not even taking. We forgot to do the taxes with the mill.
Dude, you're gonna get taxed so heavy.
Well, especially with the way fucking shit is right now, where it's like, oh no, you gotta fucking pay taxes.
All right, you gotta get yourself iced out, and then boom, you gotta flex. You gotta like probably get a stupid car.
True.
I don't even like cars, bro. Like, when I get some money, I'm gonna just Uber everywhere.
I hear that.
And fuck, then they probably are fucking paying their house off. You know, they probably can't buy it in cash, so they're paying like $3,500 a month.
That sounds about right.
Or more, like probably like $4,000, $5,000 a month to live in some of these houses in LA, bro.
Yeah, at least.
At least. Well, guys, I think that's a pretty good place to end it. We talked about a lot of stuff. I don't know what's gonna actually make the final cut.
I probably won't cut a lot out, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of stuff that was not just banter like I was the other time, where I was like talking about suppression or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I was talking about last time.
No, last time you did go on like a tangent, but it was okay. Like it didn't feel to me like you were talking about nonsense. It felt like we were talking.
I started like getting super anti-Semitic. You're like, whoa.
Make a left turn.
Well,
dude,
shit.
There was like this old joke. I think it was by Jeff Dunham. He's like a ventriloquist comedian.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's so cool. And it was like, I love watching NASCAR, man. Or like he was like saying that he's like, I hate NASCAR. You're making a left turn.
Yeah. It's the fucking
the old
redneck
guy.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
like
was the redneck
the
puppet.
old mean guy. It's like, eh.
Oh,
he's like, oh, is that his arms crossed?
You know what the name of that puppet is?
What?
Walter.
Oh yeah, it is Walter. Bro, that's how you come full circle. Don't kill me. Phil Walter. You know the deal.
Hey.
Like and subscribe. Peace.
Damn, pocket.